morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. My name is Shawna Jones. I am a woman of Christ. I am a mother. I am a wife. And I am the author of Everything That Went Right. I'm a business owner and entrepreneur of Eden's Garden Juices. Eden's Garden Juices are all natural, cold pressed, positive affirmation beverages designed for drinking and bathing based on the Word of God. Really, Eden's Garden Juices used to be called Jesus Juices, but I had to change the name. Like when we were going through the technical parameters and the legal allegations of, legal entities and business formations, whether doing an LLC or a C Corp or S Corp, it turns out that allegedly Michael Jackson had been giving children Jesus juices, so allegedly. So we didn't want to use that name, and we wanted to respect and honor the dead. So Eden's Garden Juices was the name that my husband came up with, because I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I have about 48 hours I have to come up with something and I don't have anything. So my husband and I were going through different names that felt right and also were true and spoke volumes about the brand. And he came up with the name Eden's Garden Juices. And I was able to come up with the vision through Philippians 4:8. Which was the focus. So whatever things are true, whatever things are lovely, we should focus on these things, because God has already given us the prescription and the antidote for any problem that's in our lives. Eden's Garden Juices are quite timely. They're 80% vegetable and 20% fruit, which means that they're bioavailable and nutrient dense, which is a long wordy way of saying maximum vitamins and minerals, which the world is craving right now. So I'd like to note that Eden's Garden Juices are fresh. So the shelf life is 7 days. Yes, so the moment you receive your beverage, open it up and enjoy it. And they're also great for fasting, because you can chew your juice and trick your body into believing you're having a meal, because digestion will begin. You'll begin to salivate, which will help you feel satisfied longer. So feel free to check out Eden's Garden Juices, www.edensgardenjuices.com. And I mentioned before that Eden's Garden Juices are for drinking and for bathing. So I'd also like for you to try the bathing oil, because the Bible, God is a God of order, and he talks to us about balance, and rest is a part of balance. He says to have a Sabbath, preserve the Sabbath and keep it holy. So with the bath oil, we're encouraging you to rest at least once a week for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and just replenish and refill your temple. Eden's Garden Juices, we offer 3 blends: cucumber, beet, and butternut squash good seed. Why good seed? Because God sows good seed into good soil, and we are the good seed. And everything God made, he made it to grow. Cucumber is excellent for hydration, beet is wonderful for your heart, and squash, vitamin K. So it's great for your skin, hair, and your nails. Take care of what God has given you, because he's entrusted your body to you, this temple to you, for you to be a faithful servant and to do well. I'm also a newly published author. I wrote a good little book, a timeless bestseller. I try not to call it a book, because we will have what we say. Words have power. Everything That Went Right. Unlearning insecurity through faith and prayer in God. Faith and trust in God. Insecurity is a form of fear, which is faith in reverse. So this is a 30-day workbook to show you really how to challenge those ruminations and conversations that are going on in your mind, that are constantly feeding you information that is not prospering you in any way. To deny your faith is to lose it. It takes 2 weeks to form a habit. Here you have a 30-day workbook where I have written positive affirmations that are true for me and things that I have experienced in my life and overcome through the Word of God and through positive affirmation. And there's open spaces for you to complete. So this book isn't completed until you write your portion. I was inspired to write this timeless bestseller because part of it for me is that my book has been writing itself my entire life. This timeless bestseller is my testimony, and the Word of God encourages us and brings us to know that we overcome by the word of our testimony. And I knew that if it was true for me, that it was true for someone else somewhere else, and that it is my goal to help others become safe and also learn about Christ and fall in love with Christ and his wonder-working power. And that it's important to me and to let other people know that we all don't have to make the same mistakes. some of the challenges for me during completion were just getting it done, just writing it, just doing it, rebuking myself for being lazy and being slothful and saying I don't feel like doing it today. But no, I started to put my life in order so that this new ministry that I have decided to be obedient to Christ about could really take shape and take form. So I started to request and demand things of myself and speak to myself, thus the positive affirmations, and let my body know that I'm in charge. And because I'm in charge, I decide to be honest with myself and tell my truth. Lying is a failure method. And once we start to be dishonest with ourselves, our subconscious mind won't trust us anymore. They're like, you said you were going to complete a book. You're not going to complete a book. You said you were going to do this before and do that before. And it becomes a pattern. And we have to break the pattern. And no one can do it but you and I for ourselves, even as much as people love us and want to help us. Also, what inspired me to write the book was seeing that, hey, if someone else wrote a book, I can write a book too. Why not? A timeless bestseller, excuse me, timeless bestseller, I have to correct myself. Because if it's true for one, it's true for any. God is a God of favor. He loves each and every one of his children just the same. I think one of the largest challenges for me, though, about completing my timeless bestseller was telling my truth and being honest with myself about my truth, and also being honest about deciding how much of me I wanted to divulge, how much I wanted to share, how much did I really want to be integral. Feel free to pick up your copy and enjoy and feast and be fed at Amazon.com. Everything That Went Right is an ebook or paperback. You decide which one you'd like to enjoy. Thank you so much for your time. I'm honored. Thank you so much for having me. And you know where to reach me, www.edensgardenjuices.com, and be blessed. Hi, this is Shawna Jones. Good day. Feel free to go to www.amazon.com and purchase your copy right now, today, of Everything That Went Right, ebook or paperback.